What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry about the sun. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're all doing great. Appreciate you all coming back and watching another video. Just out here walking nature trails. It's a beautiful morning. It's about, I think about 9:15 on Thursday morning. Yeah. I had a pretty good day yesterday. Not work related. My work related day wasn't so good. I want to tell you guys about that. And I'm also going to want to tell you guys, I want to talk about the pros and cons of living in a vehicle my size. Because my vehicle is rather small compared to a lot of what you see on the road people living out of. I want to talk about that, but we'll get back to that in a little bit. First, I want to talk about how I was praising DoorDash, right? I was starting to talk and say good things about DoorDash. Holy crap. Everybody needs beauty as well as bread. Places to play in and pray in. Where nature may heal and give strength to body and soul alike. That's pretty cool. This is pretty cool too. It's not like the view over in Koshkonong, but still pretty cool. Yeah, anyways, I was giving compliments to DoorDash in my last video. But yesterday, oh man, it was rough. Very first order, about 11:40 in the morning. And I don't know if it was just bad timing on my part getting on the app. But oh man, the first order I got, the ping, and the order ping came to me, I looked at it, $7 for 7.6 miles. Right? Right. I accept it like a good little soldier ant. Or I guess not soldier ant. Not soldier, right? Just a little piss on. Anyways, I accepted it. Said it was 5.5 miles to the Walmart, or to the McDonald's. Okay? DoorDash gives me 3 minutes to make it to that location to pick up the order. That means parking, going inside, grabbing the order, and confirming the pickup. 3 minutes to go 5.5 miles and do that. So I was trying not to stress and worry over that. Although, you know, if you're 10 minutes late to a pickup or 10 minutes late to a drop-off, or more than 10 minutes, obviously, they give you a contract violation. And I was kind of worried about that. But I also thought to myself, they sent you that order, right? They are supposed to know where you're at so they can send you the orders accordingly to your distance and all that. Now, granted, sometimes you'll get orders that are, you know, you have to drive a while to get to it. You know, usually that means that's either they're busy there and they called on you to go get it because of wait time and all that. It's complex a bit. I don't want to get into it. But I end up driving that 5.5 miles to the McDonald's. And I get the order and I have to go another 7.7 miles or something like that. It was 7.3 maybe. Anyways, so I end up grabbing that, I drop it off, I put in GPS to go back to my location where I wanted to be, where I was at initially, and it was 13 miles back to that location. So it was around 26 miles for $7. That irritated me. I had to get a hold of support and tell them what was up. I said, why'd you guys ping me all the way over here, saying I only had this amount of miles? And of course, the same bullshit I deal with every time I talk to support. Oh, thanks for the feedback, blah blah blah, we'll make sure that we turn that in, and you know, blah blah blah, right? And I'm like, all right, cool, I give you feedback and you give me nothing. Thanks for the great transaction, appreciate it. And I told him that too, you know, through text. I'm like, hey, look, this isn't right, but they don't care. All right, let me make sure I got that information right here. Yeah, it was about 23 miles, and then the next order was 5 guys. Okay, it was an order 5 guys and fries. And if anybody does DoorDash, anywhere you go, I swear it's got to be the same, because no matter where I go, 5 guys and fries take forever. I was there, I knew I was going to be waiting anyways. I got there about 2 minutes before time to pick up, right? The time on my app, you know, on my app to pick up. I sat in my car for like 7 or 8 minutes because I'm like, I know it's not gonna be ready. I can tell they're busy too. 5 guys, they always wait till the last minute to get their fries in to make sure they're nice and fresh, which I can't flaw them for that, you know? Their fries are freaking amazing, but they take forever. So I was there for 20 minutes. Now I don't even remember how much that paid out. I don't even remember, but it was like 10 items. It was like 6 something, 625 maybe. So, you know, 40 minutes worth of my time, roughly, with waiting, delivering, and then coming back to the location. Somewhere around 35 minutes or so. And then after that, you know, I'm telling you, I was having a rough day with DoorDash, and today, you know, I'm hoping it'll be better. You know, you guys are watching this a day later, so today I'm hoping that it'll be much better than it was yesterday. But after that, I got an order, and I was already still on the other side of town, right? I was already on the other side of town, still making my 13-mile track back to where I wanted to be. And of course, I didn't pause my dash. I left it running. So I got an order to go to Burger King, okay? I get in there. It was a decent order. I don't know, somewhere around $7. I don't remember how far it was, you know, how far I was going. But I get in there, and I'm like, all right, I'm here for this person, so-and-so. And they're like, we don't have it. It's not here. Like, they were mean about it. Like, they were just, like, cold about it, right? And at first, I'm like, what? You don't have it? I'm here to pick up so-and-so. You're the 7th person that has come in here to ask for that order. I said, man, that sucks. I hate when this shit happens. And it happens regularly. It just happened the other day, too. It's happened like 5 times in this town. Or in Kalamazoo. And it's super annoying. And I told her that. I'm like, she's like, yeah, you know, they come in here and it's frustrating. I said, yeah, it is frustrating. I get it. It's frustrating for me, too. Because I'm the one wasting my time trying to pick up an order that doesn't exist. I digress. It's just, I gave him compliments, and I probably should not have done that. Okay? And I understand. I've been doing great. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all 3 days were really, really, really good days. But yesterday, it just wasn't happening. I did a couple more orders after that, realizing that it's just not the day for me to be out, you know, driving for DoorDash. And it was raining outside anyways. It was definitely not beautiful like it is right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the rain, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. But I was like, I work till 2, 2:30 or somewhere around there, and I decided to call it quits for the day. I went and got me a pint, a whiskey, and some pizza, and I'm like, damn it, I'm done. So what I ended up doing was I parked at a conservation area, put my window coverings up on a couple different sides to block out any sun that was coming. But like I said, it was raining, it was storming a bit. But what I did is I set up my computer and I was playing my game and recorded a few videos in my game for my game channel. So I didn't just not do anything. I recorded a couple of days worth of videos. And I'm still going to record again today to try to keep ahead on that, right? Stay ahead on that. That way I don't have to worry about it if I miss a day or whatever. Just always try to stay, up ahead. Unlike what I'm doing with these videos, I am just doing these videos once a day, and that way you guys know that each and every day it's a fresh video. And I know that a lot of times you guys will see me in the same shirt or even the same outfit in general. That's just because I don't change that often. If I don't feel dirty, if this isn't dirty, if it isn't nasty, I'm not changing it. I'll change my undies, right? Naturally. But I have no reason to change my clothes that often. I'm in and out of businesses, dropping off at different locations. It's not like I'm seeing the same people every single time, right? Every single day. And it's not even about that necessarily. It's just I'm out here, right? I'm out here and I'm grinding. And if I'm wearing the same clothes multiple days in a row, that means my laundry piles up a lot slower. And I have less to worry about there. Does that make sense? So instead of doing laundry 3 times a month, I might do it 2 times. Or instead of 5 times a month, I might do it 2 times a month. It's just because it's just the way I like to live my life. I don't worry about it. I'm not out here to impress anybody. Except for Paisley, obviously. I gotta keep her happy. She's easy to keep happy, though. But yeah, it's so frustrating. DoorDash, I know, it happens. Slow days, bad days, unfortunate days happen. It's not always gonna be sunshines and rainbows, right? It's not always gonna be big money days. And that's what you gotta count on out here. You gotta make sure that you're putting in that time and that effort every single chance you get. That way when time is slow, you can walk away saying, okay, well, I knew this was coming. I didn't know when, but I'm prepared for it. So you're able to just chill and take the day off, or whatever, half the day, like I did, right? Kind of. I worked for like 3.5 hours. Not too bad. But it wasn't the day to spend all day dashing, and I'm hoping today will be different because yesterday didn't hurt necessarily, but it didn't help. Anyways, guys, back to what I wanted to talk about on this episode this morning on this channel. I wanted to talk about living in your car. Okay. Some of the pros that I can think of right now, and some of the cons. And right now, I think that some pros. Well, first of all, is it worth it though? Is it worth living in your car? Is it worth it compared to living in a brick and mortar building, home? I think it's worth it. But here, let's see. Is it worth living out of your car? Here's some pros. You get to save money because you're not paying rent. Now I financed my car a couple years ago. So I have that payment, which is not ideal, but I'm not paying rent. In some places like California, rent can be upwards of $2,000 for a 1-bedroom, if you're lucky. I'm paying just over $500 a month to live in this. I think saving money, if you're doing it the right way, it can be done. Like, I know I could cut back on a few things, not much, because I don't spend that much. I could probably go another day without eating, save an extra, $7-10. But I think I got a piece of my plastic right here is loose. Might have to see about doing something about that. But you also get to explore more. You know, you can just drive and, like, I know I use this as an example all the time, but it's so true. I get to come out here to the nature area and spend time with nature. I get to just travel and do my own thing. You know, I don't have a foundation, you know, a house foundation. I can get in my car and I can move this beast anywhere I want to. I love that. And I mean, pretty much it's the ultimate freedom, right? Because even though it might get a little hot sometimes, or it might get a little cold, you still have the ultimate freedom to do what you want. And I think that's what the great part of living out of your vehicle is. Now, I talked about my vehicle yesterday. It's some type of crossover, right? It's not a car, it's not an SUV necessarily, but it seems to work for me. And I really enjoy just having this space to myself. And you know what? It's kind of funny to me, but like when I'm delivering an order and it's delivered, you know, hand to customer, and they come out to my vehicle, like right up next to my vehicle on the driver's side. Once or twice they've gotten right up next to the door where I can barely open it, for one. But the thing is, they walk up to my ride and I feel defensive. Like, I don't think that anybody should be walking up on my home like this. I know it's just work, and it really doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter, right? This is my home, and I live out of this, right? My things are here. I don't necessarily want a bunch of people seeing it. So I think about it, you know, I end up having like a moment where I have to be like, all right, they probably mean no harm. They're just getting their food, you know, and they don't, you know. But the thing is my mindset is it's my home, and people are walking up on it, getting close, and I have a small problem with that. No big deal. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the cons. Okay, so you have no modern luxuries, right? I mean, you have Wi-Fi when you're next to a Walmart or a Lowe's or something, or if you have like Starlink or something to that effect, you can have that luxury. I'm not paying for that luxury, not right now. That's way out of my budget. But you know, another con is, you know, gas, because you're driving a lot more, right? You're driving a lot more, you're putting a lot more wear and tear on your vehicle, therefore causing you to have to do maintenance more often. And especially doing what I'm doing, delivery jobs, definitely got a lot of wear and tear that takes place. Now, another thing is the showers. That's a big con for me. Although I don't mind, because I stay pretty clean, you know what I mean? I'm not a nasty person. I go 3 to 5 days without a shower. It would be nice to have one more often, but it's not something that I have a hard time living without. Now, I know some days would be hard, right? Where it's really hot outside, or hot at night when you're trying to sleep and you wake up all sticky. And that sucks. And baby wipe showers don't always do the trick with that. But taking a baby wipe to the face, cleaning up all the, you know, the oil and stuff build up on your face, your forehead, and your ears and stuff, that right there is maintainable by baby wipes. It really is. Now, I gotta start buying better brands of baby wipes, because the one I have is the Parents' Choice, and I don't know if it's a new thing or if it's because I've had the wipes for a while, but they have the little white fuzzies that come off of it every single time you use it, and it's kind of annoying, because then you gotta wait for them to dry a little bit and then brush them off. Yeah, that's a little annoying right there. Paisley, leave that alone, girl. Oh yeah, and cabin fever. You know, if you're staying in your vehicle too long, you tend to get cabin fever. That's why I try to live out of my vehicle, and instead of being in my vehicle all day, every day. Now, I do spend a lot of time. I spend more time in my vehicle than I do out of it. That is true. Like I said, my job requires me to drive, and I try to put in 8 hours or more a day. So, cabin fever is a con, okay? Also, yeah, struggling to keep a routine, and we talked about this in the last video. I have, naturally, I struggle with routines. Anyways, you know, I've been doing pretty good getting up at around 8 o'clock every morning, which I got up at 8 this morning. Yeah. And I drank a pint of whiskey last night. Old Crow. Not happy about it, not like bragging about it, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I was having that shit day at work, and I was like, all right, well, I'll go buy a $6 bottle of whiskey. So I spent money on that too. It's not something I'm doing every day, though. It's been 3 days since I drank any whiskey. But yeah, keeping a routine is not necessarily an easy thing to accomplish, especially living out of your vehicle. And we just got somebody pulling in here. So routines, like I said, are hard for me anyways, but I'm trying, and I'm gonna continue to try. But routines are just really hard to keep a routine living out of a car. Oh, and another thing is limited space inside my vehicle to maneuver, to do my work. Like I don't have a desk. I don't have counter space. My bed is in a position where I can't actually use it as a table unless I kick Paisley out of the back seat, which I've thought about doing. But if I kick Paisley out of the back seat, that means she's always going to be in the front seat with me. And that's more fur flying around. So I don't necessarily want that. So, and I love Paisley. I wouldn't give her up for nothing. So she takes up that back seat space, and I just have my front in my bed, right? And the space is limited for me to work on. Yeah, you know? I think that pretty much covers what I'm thinking about with my pros and cons. I'm sure there's more. I'm just not thinking about it. But there is a con that I can't just go and hang out with my friends or my family because I'm always on the road. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you all for watching my content. I hope you got something out of it. And do me a favor. For Miss Paisley and I, can you drop a like on this video? We would really appreciate it. We love you all. And until the next video, you guys take it easy, keep your head up, keep moving forward, like always.